very inspirational for me to go. So when I came back, I got this idea whilst I was praying when I came back, and initially I didn't have like the story. I didn't know what it was going to be about. I was just like, yeah, Linda light bulb. That's great. Like, imagine a whole world where they were all light bulbs, and like initially, like they were like light bulbs that were living in like a factory, like, or a depot, like where they were going to be sold and stuff like that. But yeah, like especially that year and the year before, a lot of the events in my life had taken a certain direction, which I felt that it was important to speak about, especially as seeing, I know, like in this kingdom, in the kingdom of God, and you know, really seeking to do the right thing before God and stuff like that. There are so many issues that pop up that I wish that I had addressed, or someone was there to address for me before I came in. So I felt like having that experience, it was important to address these issues as soon as I got the opportunity. So I was like, how best to do it, and then the idea for the animation came up. At the time, I couldn't do any. I didn't have any digital illustration skills. I couldn't like do half of anywhere near anything that I can do now. But I was just like, boy, I'm gonna go for it. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and find out how best to go about illustrating things, and I'm gonna try. And I hit loads of road bumps and stuff like that, and there were times where it was like, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Then there were times where it's like, this thing might not happen, but like here we are, we're still on it, we're still doing it, and it took patience. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this week I'm speaking about this because creating Zane, or redrawing this character, recreating this character, it got me excited. Like I love the way that he looks. Like it's so close to the original design, but then it's so much more mature, and like so close to what I feel like I was going for. But I don't. It's not like I closed my eyes and imagined him looking like this, but like it just so happens he came out like this, and I'm so very pleased with the design, very pleased with how everything ended up. So I was getting excited about the process, like, because we're getting closer and closer to actually the animation stages, like the storytelling stages, storyboarding, the animatic, and then actually animating it, which is exciting. But remembering the process that it's taken to get here reminds me so much that as much as it's important to have that excitement, the excitement of faith, you know, when you're inspired and you've got an idea, and the inspiration of the Spirit has come upon you to create something new, it's also important, like as vitally important, to exercise patience, if you get what I'm saying, because the excitement of faith can only take you so far, but there is the other side of faith, which is patient endurance, which is something that Paul talks about in Hebrews 12, where what do you call it? He urges us all to run the race with endurance. You know, patient. That's the patient endurance that I'm talking about, because yeah, it's not a 100-meter sprint what we're doing here. So just remembering the process that it's taken to get here all the ups and downs and stuff like that has sort of sobered me out and allowed me to enjoy even more the process of where we're going, and like, because I've got loads of amazing ideas for the characters and the drawings and stuff that we'll be doing, and so I've got a lot of new video ideas as well coming to me as well. And it's like, you know, like when you get an idea immediately, like the first thing, or personally when I get an idea, first thing I want to do is jump on it and just strike while the iron's hot. Do you get what I mean? Like, sort of, because like you've got the momentum, the energy's there, you've got a fresh idea, you're like, yeah, let's hit it now, sort of thing. But I've got, like, I realised that I've got to finish what I've started. Do you get what I mean? Like that is so vitally important. Like, as much as I would love to just go off and start the new things, the things that are really inspiring me now, I have to see this thing through. So I've realised the importance of that. But back to the purpose and the story as well. I think that the main thing that I want to communicate, the main concept, the main thinking pattern, paradigm that I'd like to communicate through this animation is that the whole world is full to the brim with the glory of God. Like, the whole earth is full to the brim. Like, there is potential for, like, to shine for everyone. Like, that's why it was so important for me that the world was filled, like this animated world that I'm creating, or and in the midst of creating, and you're on the journey with me to create. It was so important that there was, like, everyone in this world was a light bulb. Like, every character, like, or majority of the characters are light bulbs, and just to highlight, especially what's going on in world affairs and stuff like that. That really and truly, we're all just light bulbs in a rubber city. Do you get what I mean? Like sometimes issues take place, events happen, and we all tend to start to forget our humanity, we start to forget how connected we are, and how we all come from the same place. Like, when it comes down to it, when we all trace all of our origins, like, no matter what country we come from, no matter what race we are, no matter what where our family is from, or our like what culture we're from, like, we all ultimately come from the same place, the same people, and we've all got, like, one father. Do you get what I mean? Like, and there's unity in the spirit. Like, do you get what I mean? Because he is the father of all spirits. Like, and that's the main thing that I want to communicate with this animation. Like, the unity that is in the spirit. Like, there are times where we don't see eye to eye. Like, as you will hopefully see, there are issues that this group of friends go through. There are issues that there are issues, like, to do with what people externally do to them. There are issues to do with what they internally do to each other. Like, there's so many issues, like, that are in this life, part of this life. But the guiding principle of the animation and of life, and what I'm trying to communicate, is that we all originate from the same place. We all originate from the same father. You know, like, and I know and I believe that understanding will cause us to behave differently towards one another, and to address life and situations differently. So I'm really excited to start to communicate that. The first episode is gonna be more so about the issues of life. The first episode is gonna be more so about like so many like cancerous things, things that I went through that I look back now, not even look back now, at the time I knew it was just so unnecessary. But like, these are learning curves, these are things that I believe it was important to learn about people, and about myself. Do you get what I mean? Like, and how to overcome, because like I've seen too many times, too often in this life and too often in this world, like everyone likes to play the blame game. Do you get what I mean? Everything is all okay as long as there is no admission of guilt or admission of responsibility that comes upon us as people. Like, as long as it's this person's fault or that person's fault or the other person's fault, like, we're all good. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can all gang up on that person or that group of people and make them feel bad about themselves, and then tell them about themselves, and then and solve their issue without addressing the things that are closer to home. So I felt like it's a fitting example. Do you get what I mean? To have, like, where we're all light bulbs in a rubber city. Do you get what I mean? And as the weeks go by or weeks go on, I hope to unveil like more and more about the story as we take this journey to create the characters and create the final product, so that you who have joined me, like, in watching and in supporting this move, like, can have a better understanding of what we're trying to do together, and like, we can journey together accurately. So yeah, this is Zane, the character. This is how he turned out. I'm very pleased with the final result. I thought that I might as well include a hoverboard, because I've always wanted him to have like a hoverboard. Like, he's very tech savvy, very gadget orientated. So like, yeah, I thought with his pose and everything, it would be nice to have a hoverboard. Like, I think his whole vibe, his whole outfit, like, it's got that kind of skater vibe. So yeah, this is the character. I hope you've enjoyed watching the creation process, and I hope that you've enjoyed like this diary sort of or this documentary that we're using to document our progress. This is the final render. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I will see you all next week with another character design. Stay blessed, have a blessed week, and that's all from me for today. Cool.